Oh, I can. Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to Sunday Fam Chat. We are your hosts, TIPA TV, Josh and Marianne, and we have with us today SHAWN KODI.
Hello, everyone.
We're so excited to talk to SHAWN KODI.
Yeah, it was cool meeting up with you and talking to you face to face in Texas.
Yeah,
Definitely. That was really fun. I'm glad we got to meet.
there was a lot. There was a lot of creators we got to meet there, which was really awesome because you know they're all in one place at one time. So that was really fun.
Yeah, it was.
So, we're a new channel. We've only been around for less than a year, so we're meeting a lot of new faces. We're learning a lot about new people. So we're going to start the questions off with you that raise our curiosity. And first of all, what led you to start your YouTube channel?
Oh, I was watching YouTube since 2011. I think when I first started my channel, I was watching before that too. But that was 2011 was when the YouTube changed things and made you sign into YouTube. So for the longest time, I wasn't even signing in. But then I was watching like Adam the Woo and some of the abandoned exploration channels. That's what I was really interested in the beginning there. I was in the urban exploration type stuff. But I was watching a few of those channels, and YouTube said, you got to sign in now to have your, to subscribe and all that thing. So that's when I started my channel. And years went by. It was like in 2017. I was watching. I was thinking about starting a channel and starting putting videos on my channel. But it was NTL Vlogs. I was watching one night. He was on a live stream, and he was explaining what NTL stood for. It was never too late. And that's how he started his channels. And it's like, I'm getting older and stuff like that. And it's like, he said it's never too late. It's like, yeah, what am I waiting for? So that's when I started putting videos up.
That's awesome.
2017.
So
that's true. It's not too late.
Yeah. So tell me, what was the very first video you ever published?
The very first video I ever published was I went down to Southern Illinois for a total eclipse. Which was very fun. I was glad I took the trip. I went down there by myself. Nobody else was able to get the time off, but and it was kind of an impromptu type thing too. So I drove down to Southern Illinois into I can't remember the name of the town now, but sat in this town, and everybody was down there pretty friendly, and I was talking to people and stuff like that. And yeah, watching and seeing the solar eclipse was just amazing, though.
No, obviously you didn't.
I took that trip.
You didn't stare at it with your own eyes, apparently, because you could still see me.
Yeah, so. I had some lenses and stuff like that I was able to see it myself. I was trying to use the lenses and capture it on camera, but I didn't. I wasn't able to. But I did talk to another YouTuber that got some really good footage, and he allowed me to use his footage on my channel. So I do have some good footage of that, little piece of it anyway. So. But yeah, it was really interesting how the light changed, and yeah, it was just odd and exciting too. It was really fun. And the second video I did though is that's what really got me into paranormal stuff, is because what happened to me there. I was I went to the Joliet prison, and I was exploring the place. Just I did some volunteer work there, helping to clean up the prison and stuff like that. So they allowed me to film and go off by myself and, do what I do. So I was in this one area, is the cafeteria, I believe. No, it was the gymnasium. I walked in there and this is toward the end of my video too. And my light already went out. So I didn't have another flashlight with me, so I couldn't see what was in front of me, and it felt like the floor was squishy. So I was like, I'm not going to walk across that because I can't see what it is. And right as I'm turning around, this big metal door slammed, and there was no wind or anything like that outside, and it scared the crap out of me.
And it's a metal door, so it's probably very heavy.
So it was very heavy and very loud. And yeah, that's when I was like, why did that door close like that? And that's what got me interested in it, is like I want to go back and investigate that a little bit more. And that's what kind of got me going down the paranormal path.
Right on. Okay, that's cool, because I have seen your video on that the prison there. That's a big building.
Yeah, there's a lot of buildings there to explore too. It was.
And you did a collab there as well, was that the prison, if I remember right?
Yeah, I did with John, expert from Exploration Unknown the first time. Then the second time it was a bigger collab with I had Michigander Man, Traveling Buddy, Carlos the Fam, Josh from Southern Afterlife Paranormal.
All right.
And also from Exploration Unknown came back too. So,
that is so cool.
That was a big collaboration there.
We really, because for those of you guys in the chat that don't know or watching, that they're just watching, SHAWN KODI was on our route, our cross country route, and so we didn't actually make it up there because of the gas. Well, yes, because of the gas issue yet. But we were honored to be able to meet you at the Texas collab. Now, the prison is one of the places that, because of your video, I really, really wanted to go. So I'm hoping we can still make that happen.
Yeah, definitely. I know the director of the museum there, so I can always talk to them and see what we can do.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool. And you had a ammunition area. So you explored some ammunition place.
That's probably about 20 minutes south of where the prison is.
Oh, okay.
There's was a former ammunition plant. It's I can't remember how many acres. It's like 20,000 acres or something like that. It's huge.
It looked huge.
Yeah, and there's still, the former buildings are still hidden out there. So you just gotta kind of research it, do some satellite, research, and you can find these buildings and get into them.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's open anyway, so there's nothing's locked, and nothing's, most of the doors are removed anyway, because they're probably steel doors, so they probably recycled that stuff. But you just walk right into these buildings, and but it is hard to get to them. They're like I said, they're hidden, and the paths that lead to them, they don't go directly to the building, so you got to get off and into the brush, and it's an explorer, really.
So no flip flops and shorts.
No,
yeah, definitely no flip flops and shorts. And I would bring some, especially if you're going like in the summertime now. I would definitely bring some kind of insect repellent, because you're going to counter ticks and stuff like that too.
My legs are still beat up from when we were in Florida and in Texas the last time. I still have bites up and down my legs. So yeah, bug spray.
I can verify that.
Bug spray.
We both do.
They were hungry.
Yeah.
The bugs are bigger out that way.
Yeah, they are.
And I've been to Wyoming several times too, and I know that's the reason why you wear boots is because you'll tear up your ankles if you don't have boots on, if you're trekking around in Wyoming, or probably where you guys live too, in Utah.
Yeah. Some spots, yeah.
Parts of our area are definitely that way. Now, since you've started your channel, obviously you've been collabing with a lot of new other content creators, and you've had quite a few really cool experiences. What would you say is probably one of the most memorable collabs you've been on?
Probably the first one would be the prison, and because there were so many people there with Michigander Man and Traveling Buddy and Josh and John and Carlos. That was pretty awesome. I got to ride around when we were kind of exploring before we went to the prison. We were just exploring the area, and I was riding around with Carlos, and he gave me lots of tips and stuff like that, to make the channel better and stuff like that. So that was pretty awesome. It was just fun to just talk to Carlos like that.
Yeah, it's definitely nice talking to other creators. I mean, especially the ones that like to work with each other. And You know, you're not trying to outdo each other. You're
Right.
not trying to outperform. It's like, hey, you know, I learned this new trick. Try it out because it might help you too, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, that and when you meet up with certain people, it feels like you've known them for a long time, especially if you've been following their channel for a while. And I personally can recognize that myself with a few of the people that we met up with. It was like right as soon as we met face to face, it's like, hey, we're going to continue on our conversation that we had from before we even ever met.
Right.
And it's just a really good feel. So I love doing collabs, and I can't wait to get out there and hit some of the areas around you, because there's some places that we definitely have on our bucket list.
Gosh, we wanted to. I was so sad, because that was one of the places I was really, really dying to go to. Was that up in your area up there?
Yeah, there's
So
a
excited.
lot that's around here. It's just I haven't got into a lot of it all. Me and Pat Rican, who's in the chat there, we started, touching on a lot of these things, and we'll be getting to some more, hopefully this summer too. So this weekend I wanted to get out and do something as well, but yeah, we just got dumped on with lots of rain. So
Oh,
We sent it your way because we haven't seen very much rain. So
yeah, we needed the rain here because we were in the drought, and so actually good to have it, but not all at once.
not all at once. I was gonna say.
Now we did just jump right into the show, and there is a couple of things that I do want to point out before it slips my mind again. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for logging in and hanging out with us for this show. We've been excited since Shawn actually agreed to be on our show, so we've been really looking forward to it. I do need to give a couple quick updates, though. We are doing some changes on our format for our channel. We are having to reschedule a couple of our premieres because of scheduling conflicts and stuff that we're dealing with. So our Tuesday episodes are going to be moved back to, 3 o'clock? It was either 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm sorry if I can't remember the exact hour. Then our Wednesday premieres are going to be moving back to, I believe it was 4 p.m. So our premieres are going to be coming out a little bit earlier than they usually do, but we're just trying to work out some scheduling stuff and everything along those lines. So I wanted to put that out for everybody before I forgot, because my memory is ADD like crazy. She can confirm that. Look at that look she's given me. So, and then on top of that, we are still working on revamping that trip. We are still working on setting up a schedule to hit the rest of the locations, or hit the rest of the states that we were not able to make it to on the first run.
100%.
I believe we're getting closer to having at least a rough estimate of what time we're going to be out. We just don't have it quite yet. So just be aware, we haven't forgot about it. We are doing it. It's just we got a lot of things we got to figure out ahead of time. So putting that out there. Anything else you need to add to any of that?
No, I wasn't prepared for that one, so no. I might think of something in a minute, but
all right. We do have a question for you, Shawn, from Misty Bowers. She wants to know what was your most interesting piece of evidence?
Probably the most interesting was that door at Joliet prison, but also the old mill where that we had a rope, or they had kind of a display that they had roped off, and that rope let go, and it was it pulls out of the post. Yeah, it scared Bat Rican, and we tried to debunk everything, and we just still can't say how that came out and how did it get loose like that just on its own. We walked past it several times even earlier when they were showing us around, and all of a sudden, and not until all the lights are off and we're doing our investigations did it go. And it also happened to a Ben of Afterlife Road Paranormal. He went up there and it happened to him as well too. So that was pretty interesting, and we all tried to tried to debunk that, and we really couldn't do it.
Fair. It's kind of interesting how that works. I do see a question here from What the Paranormal. Y'all didn't make it to Texas, so come back. I'll make you a deal, What the Paranormal. You resubscribe to our channel and we'll make it back out there. I don't know what happened, but somehow you're not subscribed to TIPA TV at the moment. So click that subscribe button.
That's funny. YouTube does some wonky things. But no, that mill was really interesting too, because either immediately before or just about the same time as that happened, I saw the lights were flickering on and off up the stairs. Did you see that?
No, I have to go back and check that out.
Yes, the lights were just, it was like someone went on and off, and you panned the camera over and that whole thing.
Wow.
So there was something else going on in there too.
Yeah.
That was an exciting video for me to watch. I was just like glued. I was so glued.
Yeah, there was a couple things at that place that kind of interested me, especially that light I captured at the end of the room in that one room too. There was nobody around. I'd left the camera there, like a static cam, left, and we did something else on the totally opposite side of the building, and that light just turns on. I don't know what it is. I was hoping to catch like a shadow or something across the door or something, but at least I caught the light turning on by itself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you catch a lot of those subtle things that, you add them all together and they compile up.
There was a lot going on there. There's a lot of history there too, from what I understand. A lot of pieces from different places that could potentially have something attached as well. Is that what I understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It was before Henry Ford was the one that finally saved it. I guess there was it faced demolition like a couple times. So Henry Ford saved it the first time. Then I guess the people in that town or the city there saved it the second time because they were going to demolish it again. And that's when they turned it into a museum.
Yeah, it's cool. Historic.
That's
monument.
Very cool.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much haunted, but there is a lot of residual energy there, I think.
Residual, everything's haunted.
That's what I meant.
You think about how many people passed away on this planet. I mean, every nook and cranny of this planet is haunted by something, human or animal. I'm just putting that out there. Lockbeard, I just want to point out what we'll do is we'll post the time change on our community tab after the show. So then you'll have the exact time frames. So it's starting next week. It's just our premieres for Tuesday and Friday, just to let you know. So sorry about that. Okay, here's another question from, looks like What the Paranormal. Sean, do you have a bucket list of what's your top 3 places to explore?
Top 3 places. I'd definitely like to go to Gettysburg. That's probably one. There's a place local here to me that I want to go to at night, and it's on that the arsenal, the former arsenal. There's a cemetery pretty much at the center of the place. It's the only way you get to it is a hike. So I don't know how I'm going to get all kinds of equipment with me because you got to drag it all in and carry it. But it's probably like 3 miles to the cemetery walking.
Oh wow!
We'll go with you. We'll help carry some of your gear for you. So.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to do that.
That would be really cool.
We've Pat Rican and I have discussed it, and we just gotta do it. And we're probably going to go at late because you can be out at that on the grounds there until 10 p.m. So definitely going to be there in the dark.
Absolutely. That does sound like a cool place to go.
It does.
Our bucket list keeps growing, so pretty soon here we're going to have like a storage unit full of places we want to go.
Yeah.
It just keeps growing. Weird thing about out here.
Yeah, third place, I don't really have anything just yet. I'm sure I do have something, but I just can't think of right off the top of my head. But those are the top 2. I know that. The
tunnel. The third one will be your tunnel here. Where we're at, that we had our little experience. We'll take you out to that tunnel.
What is it? What is that tunnel called?
The Tintic Rail.
Yeah, it's an old railroad tunnel where there's no rails anymore. But
is that like the Nemo tunnel or something like that too?
No. This is northern Utah, western desert type area. So we had a pretty good series of videos on our experience with that tunnel. We just won't bring any bad equipment. We'll just put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was woo. Yeah.
I was squirreling on what the paranormals. Why are you saying I ain't sub to them? YouTube don't want me to know.
Right?
No, there is some weird things going on with YouTube. I've noticed that quite a few people have automatically been unsubbed from our channel. And then they realize it and then they resub. And
yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I also heard
know.
YouTube is considering taking away the dislike button. I read that yesterday, which I don't really understand why, but it's what I read. So
interesting.
Out of all your videos you put together, what do you think you'd say was your most exciting video to release? I guess is the best way to put it. Not your most popular one, but the one when you put all your edits together and you're ready to put it out there for the world to see. What video do you think was your most exciting one to put out?
I think it probably was my first one. I was kind of happy that I kind of learned editing right on, just on almost like a whim. I want to put this video up on YouTube, and I don't really, my first video I've ever edited and everything like that. So it came together pretty well, and even with the music, I thought it was good. I was pretty happy with it anyway.
Go ahead.
No, just a nice choice.
Learn
Nice
from there too.
One of the things that I really appreciate too about your channel and your Instagram as well. If you don't follow him on Instagram, I'm telling you, this is
Stalker.
Yeah, I am. Because you know what? I really enjoy your pictures and your posts, and you do have a variety in your lineup for your videos on YouTube. And I love the fact that, hey, we're driving along and hey, there's this really cool historical something or other, or this, really amazing, there was what was it called? The giant wagon that you guys stopped and saw.
Yeah,
it's just really cool anomaly things that you don't see every day it's very unique, and I love it. I enjoy it.
Right. That's why I did have an idea when I first started my channel. I didn't want to really do one thing. I kind of just want to do my own thing, and whatever I find that interests me, I'm going to put it up on YouTube, and if other people like that, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Happy you guys are watching it.
But I love the fact that there's history in it, and I love the descriptions that you give. I love the fact that there's a lot of information. It's not just like, hey, look at this cool thing and off you go. There's more to it, and I love the fact that you dive deeper into giving that information, saying, hey, look how cool this is. I geek out on stuff like that too. I mean, he can tell you, and I do. That's totally up my alley, and I really enjoy that. So thank you for putting those in there, because it's not for us. It's not about the destination, right? It's about the journey, and I love the stuff along the way that people don't. They just it's just off the side of the road there or whatever, but it's very unique, and I appreciate that.
I was tripping out because George the Fam, tea paper. You know what's sad is I haven't had my roll sitting next to me since we got back from the trip.
Remember you ran out of TP?
Well, yeah, because remember we were getting the super chats on you. 3 for 5,
I remember. I remember.
You had a stockpile, but I haven't even realized it. I have no tea paper.
George. I gotta get the man's
Not a good thing. What the paranormal says, Sean, you have an awesome channel. Best friend. I am enjoying your videos.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you.
I'm not sure what best friend means. Is that an inside joke?
Yeah, best friend. It's kind of like Southern, the Southern accent, best friend.
Okay. Now I get it.
Thank you for explaining that one. I'm a little slow on the draw.
Sean, my dude.
I have a Southern family, so I can pick up on the the Southern accent thing really good.
There you go.
If I
like
start
it.
hanging out with my family, then I'll pick up the Southern accent and I'll be talking like that as well.
I seem to pick it up real quick too, and I don't have family from there, so go figure. I don't know.
She'll start talking in like a British accent sometimes. She'll
Yeah, I
start
do.
talking in, yeah, and it comes out of nowhere. I mean, you'll just be sitting there having a conversation, and all of a sudden she'll sound a little Brit. She even had our kids walking around talking
Yeah.
for a while.
We like to turn heads in the grocery store. We just start talking weird.
but it's convincing too. So, but yeah, with running a channel, are you doing it full time, or is it just like a side project while you do something else full time?
Yeah, I do have a full-time job. I work in IT, so I help people with their IT problems all the time, computers, network issues, and stuff like that. But yeah, this is my my hobby pretty much, YouTube. Would like to do it full time because I do like the traveling around and finding and exploring new places. So yeah, it'd be fun to really have that as my full time job instead of IT. Nice to know IT because it ties in and helps me with the YouTube stuff because learned a lot about. Well, I did DJ work for a long time, so that's how I know the audio stuff, audio end.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Working in IT also gave me the computer end and got video and stuff like that, working in conference rooms and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I see here that you're a mad scientist.
Ooh.
I do like to. I have electronics background also, so I know how to put stuff together, just like electronic components, and make stuff do what I want it to do. So
I did see a post somewhere, was on Instagram or something, about a prototype, and I thought, that sounds like somebody I know putting things that don't necessarily go together and making it work. That sounded like what you were doing.
yeah, kind of. I take a lot of the stuff that be old and put modern technology into it to make it kind of like, I guess you want to call it steampunk, I guess, and some people call it that. I guess I don't know if my stuff is so much steampunk, but I like it like the Frankenstein stuff. The stuff that makes electric arcs and loud noises and lights flashing.
Hey.
That's what most of my
Cool.
computers have been called, or Frankenstein.
Yes.
It's just a little bit of everything thrown together.
Everything.
I got a couple of those too. Yeah.
Oh,
Misty Bowers,
Misty.
thank you. Train
Train
tunnel,
tunnel.
Ghost Drill Tunnel.
Yep.
I don't think it's a Little Moab one because
It's
Little
not
Moab
there.
is like another half
Yeah.
hour away. So,
But yeah,
Ghost Drill Tunnel.
Ghost Drill Tunnel, absolutely. That's what we dubbed it. Thank you, Misty.
So from an IT guy to a tech guy, because I'm not IT, I'm everything but IT.
Yeah.
I just got done fighting with my primary system because it kept crashing on me for months. Yeah, I'd be in the middle of editing and all of a sudden it would shut down. And I tried everything. I was thinking my hard drive, I was thinking this, I was thinking that. And it boiled down to one of my virtual memory cards went bad. And I was ready to replace half the damn computer instead of just unplug this little card, and all of a sudden, boom, there it is. Everything's working fine,
Yeah.
So that stuff can drive you nuts if you don't know what you're looking for or how to get to it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, exactly.
it can create a headache.
And I have no clue.
I have a lot of questions for you though, because I want to enhance the system I have even more, but that's for a later day.
Shoot me an email.
Yeah. I'll email you. You'll get like 100 of them by morning. Hey, I got an idea. How do you do this? Hey, how do you do this? How much would this cost? We actually got this computer built for us, and he put this fancy fan on the processor that has this color light. And I won't even put the cover on the side of the computer anymore just because I want to see the pretty lights.
I know, like, but that's too,
so,
it's too cool to cover up.
yeah, it's funny. But so, in the future, with your YouTube channel, what are you hoping to gain from YouTube? What are you hoping to make it a career? Are you hoping it just to be an outlet for you to share your experiences? Or are you just using it to say, hey, look what I'm doing now?
Kind of a mixture of all of it. Right now, I'm not, looking at it to be as an actual career. It would be nice, I guess, because I do like to travel. But basically, right now, it's just a hobby. It's kind of a place to kind of upload and store my experiences. And, if something happened to me, my kids and my family have, like a little record of, of things I've done and kind of like that. It's kind of like an archive, I guess you want to say.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good way to look at it, because I know our little ones like to watch our videos too. Well, not the littlest, because there are some content not suitable for younger ages that happen on there, but it's usually graffiti on the wall.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
But it is something that's going to be out there for a very long time, until YouTube decides that it can't store all that anymore, or whatever happens. But when people 20, 30 years down the road want to look back and see what grandpa used to do, there it is. What did grandma used to do? There it is. I can't believe they used to do that. Well, they did. There's the proof. And it is cool to know that that's going to be out there for our future generations to go back and watch. But at the same time, it's a little bit like, I don't want them to know I talk like that sometimes. I don't want them to know I went somewhere I shouldn't have gone, because that could be blackmail in the future. Remember that time you did it? That was 20 years ago. I don't care. You still did it. All right.
Yeah, if it does turn into a career, that'd be awesome. I'd love to do it full time and just travel around every day and do videos. But even just getting monetization would be a great help in putting that money back into the channel, so I can just do more videos and get to more places and stuff like that without having to, put out of pocket all the time. But I don't mind doing it right now because I'm having fun. So. But it would be nice to have that little help so I can have more fun.
Of course.
So how many more subs do you need to hit 1,000?
Probably like 600.
Okay. So everybody in here, don't just go over and sub to his channel. Don't just go over, sub, and watch his videos. And don't just hit like on his videos, but share the crap out of his videos. Help him out. Help him. Just blast it all over Facebook. Blast it all over Instagram. Blast it all over Twitter. Just because the thing is, and the thing that I've learned personally is that there's millions of people out there that will love what we do. They just don't know we exist. And the only way they're going to know we exist is if people share it.
Right.
And so the more you guys can share, the more you can just kind of tell people, hey, check this awesome channel out. Go check out his first episode because XYZ, it helps people like Sean out. It helps us out too, but it's not about us today. It's about Sean. So get his link. We'll have somebody post it in the chat. Take that link.
It is in the description below as well.
Zach posted it a couple of times. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
So blast his channel out there and watch his channel. Now, I love
he goes to some great places, you guys. I'm not kidding. Like all the way from San Antonio, I had service. When I didn't, then of course I didn't. But I was driving. He was driving. Yes, he had the wheel. I was seeing these awesome pictures and this history from this area I was in at the same time as Shawn Kodi, but he was seeing a whole new world that I wasn't seeing in the same place. I was just completely blown away. It was just amazing. Go check him out. Seriously.
You hear that passion?
I do. I stalk him. I do on Instagram. I really, he's got an eye for photos.
Mindless Adventures, your supporter.
I love the way what do you take? Is it you do cell phone pics for those?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what you use.
What the heck is that? I have the Samsung Note 20 Ultra, which takes amazing pictures, and the zoom on that thing is incredible.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
but it's got 108 megapixel, something like that. It's crazy.
I don't
Even
know
after you
that.
take a picture, you can zoom, which is a better way to do it. You take a picture, then zoom in on it. That way you're not shaking all around.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get really good pictures just from one picture you take.
Words of wisdom right there.
Mm-hmm. Take notes.
Yes. I'm taking notes. What do you film with?
Right now, I film with a variety of stuff. I do have a Canon camera, but I don't use very often because I don't have. I have some batteries, but they're getting old now and they don't last very long. But I use a lot. A lot of times, I use iPhones. I have a couple iPhones I can switch between. And especially if I fill up one, I can plug another one in and switch it. And I also use a Filmic Pro app on those. So I shoot in was it log? I can't remember what the
Log 3.
yeah, something like that, and then do the colorization afterwards. And change
Okay.
Yeah. And
put the
for a
looks
lot of people,
on the thing.
for a lot of people who don't fully understand what he was referring to, a lot of the cameras you can actually shoot in what's called flat. So what it is it's shooting without adding any saturation or adding extra contrast or adding any extra flare to it. When you shoot in flat and then you put it into your editor, you can actually pull out more of the details of the footage in post to give it a little bit more of a controlled image, I guess is the best way to put it. So when you hear people saying that they shoot in flat and they do their coloring and everything else in post, it's because they set their camera to shoot in a very flat format.
And it looks very flat.
Yeah, it looks very flat.
Yeah. Thank you, Luckbeard, by the way.
Yeah, Lockbeard said he was subscriber 413, I think it was.
Yeehaw!
Yep, subscriber 413 right there.
Nice. Thank you.
So, and yeah, I mean, again, I know I already said this, and I repeat myself a lot because I'm special that way. Definitely share the videos, share the channel, let people know how much you love them, let people know what parts of his channel, what videos you love, and things like that, because there are so many people out there who have no clue about a lot of us smaller content creators. And yes, I say us because I still feel like we are still a smaller content creator in the grand scheme of things. There are a lot of people out there that would love what we do. They just don't know we exist. And sometimes YouTube will help push it. Sometimes YouTube won't help push it. But they can't control it if you're blasting it out on your social media outlets to your friends and family and stuff, because you never know how many of them will like it. Now, you keep your videos PG, right? No swearing, no vandalism, no.
Yeah, I try to. I don't. I'm not a big guy, work in IT, so I have a good filter. I don't swear, so I do when I'm at home and by myself. But yeah, when I'm on my videos, I have a good filter that I can keep the swearing down to a very minimum. There's been people I've filmed with that there's been swearing in it, but I'm pretty good with using the audio, so I can do the phase thing and then just make that word go away.
I need to learn that skill from you. I've gotten better. I mean, when we first started our channel, it was just but over time I've gotten better to really hone it in. The only time that I will not guarantee that there will not be any swearing is when something happens that spooks the crap out of us.
Yeah, there's there's sometimes it's warranted, and I think where you need that, and it gives it that.
I think our last video had quite a jump in language issues. There was a lot going on there.
My question for TIPA, Sean, Zach, Honey, and Rochelle, all good eye for photos. All with good eye for photos.
Thanks.
Yeah. She does the photos. I don't do photos. I'll pull still shots off the footage, but that's about the closest to a photo I get. Every phone I have ever owned has the worst camera you can possibly
I don't know why that happens. It's so true though.
I mean, I've had so many phones, and I'll get a new one and I'll take a picture outside and I'm like, wow, finally I got a phone with a good camera. The very next day, all of a sudden it just turns to crap and it all my photos look like crap because of my phone. So all the pictures you see come from her phone because she has a good phone.
But it sounds like I need an upgrade to the Note.
Yeah, you got to make sure you clean the lenses. That's one good thing about the Note 20 here, is it'll tell you if you clean your lens, because it'll detect stuff on the lens, and it tells you on the screen. Be sure to clean the lens for a better picture.
Oh, trust me.
I think it's kind of funny because I was like, every time that message pops up, it's like, oh, wipe it off.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've cleaned the lens. It doesn't make a difference. My phone is just.
It's weird, and it's true.
It's just one step above a flip phone. So. You work with what you got.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can text and I can call. That's what a phone is
That's
for.
And Candy Crush.
And Candy Crush. I do play a lot of Candy Crush.
That's funny.
That's funny. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, I need that. A flip phone? Well, I'm sure we can get you a flip phone. But, another question I like to ask people is, if you're talking to somebody who is, we'll start with the paranormal. When you're talking to somebody and they're just starting in with the curiosity of the paranormal, what kind of advice would you give them, knowing that they have no experience behind them?
I'm not be the one to give advice because I'm still really new to the paranormal stuff too, and I'm still learning from everybody else. But yeah, I would just say be careful. You don't know what you're going to encounter, and just don't antagonize, and be kind of open to whatever's going on wherever you're at, and just don't antagonize any spirits or anything like that. Don't try to force it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good advice. Now, even though this question belongs on Rooted Expeditions channel, he had to ask it. Do you prefer your toilet paper over or under?
I don't really care as long as there's toilet paper, but
Yes.
I know the wife needs to have it over. So
So
she wins out probably most of the time.
Yeah, if you put the toilet paper on the wrong way, you're gonna catch hell. So.
Well, yeah, no. I'm just gonna drink my drink.
We don't even have ours on a roller. What are you talking about?
Used to, but then I moved the toilet. I literally moved the toilet.
Yeah, he did.
A whole different story. Okay, now we covered the paranormal. So now you're talking to somebody who is thinking about starting their own YouTube channel. What advice would you give to somebody just looking into starting YouTube?
Oh, that would be pretty easy. That's just have fun. Just don't listen to what other people are saying. You can't do this or whatever like that. Don't listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Just have fun and do your best. And main part is just have fun.
That's good advice, really.
That really is. That's the best way. Because when we started ours, that's all we were doing. We went out to film, had fun, uploaded the video, and then realized, oh crap. The one piece of advice I would probably think of giving is don't get caught up on the numbers.
Yeah,
because when you start looking at the numbers, then it kind of changes things a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
how do you say the name? Batrican?
Batrican.
Batrican. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Batrican.
Thank you so much. That's so generous. Thank you.
Definitely appreciate it.
Batrican's a good buddy of mine. He lives like 10 minutes away from me here. So
awesome.
We get out and collab all the time. And we're going to be going out next weekend. And we both done a video for our coming soon video for that mausoleum. So that's that's coming next weekend.
Told you she's stalking you. She probably knows what you had for breakfast. Just saying.
That'd be really creepy because I'm way over here on the other side of the country.
But he's an IT guy. He knows it's possible.
That's true.
Sure, right. I started doing the research on that, and this mausoleum it's huge. It's probably one of the biggest in the world. So
I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's been interesting to get there. Last time me and Batrican were there, we're right there before closing, so we're gonna get there a lot earlier this time, and we'll be able to get more footage of the place.
When do you think you'll be releasing that video? Do you have an idea?
Probably pretty soon after the weekend. I don't know. I'd try to get it out soon because I want to kind of break up the Texas stuff because I got a lot of Texas videos, but I want to get some other stuff in there too, and kind of have a stockpile of videos, but gotta kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a variety. Lockbeard says, too many witnesses and cameras. They didn't disclose anything. They just got caught up lying. They say they don't know what they are after decades of lies. It's probably another lie. Not sure
that must be a response to
conversation
something else that we missed.
Well, we'll have to read back on the chat later
Yeah.
and figure out what that was. Sounds like somebody was doing a lot of lying. So how often do you put your videos out, or how often do you try to put your videos out?
I've been trying to put out a video at least every week, but sometimes life gets in the way and can't do that, or just haven't got out and filmed, so I don't have anything to put out. So, but right now I'm at a good point right now because of the Texas trip. I have tons of stuff that needs to come out, needs to be edited and come out. So I want to get back out and continue to have adding more videos while I still have this stockpile of videos. Then I can work on getting it out every week again.
Gotcha.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's nice to have a stockpile, especially for, like, we ran into the weather issue and, blizzard after blizzard, and you can't go out a whole lot of places sometimes, and things happen or whatever. It's nice to have that extra stockpile, like you were saying.
Yeah, you just go cross-eyed when you got all the footage. You're like, okay, edit. Okay, finally done editing. Now to edit the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
It seems like I've been editing and moving files and making backups of everything too. That's the first thing I did was make a backup and put it on the large. I got 8 terabyte drive, so I put all my videos on that just to make sure that I don't lose anything here, because I've lost video before and actually wondered where the heck I did with it, and I finally found it, and I guess I made a copy on a flash drive somewhere. I came across it again, so I still have that video to put out.
Glad you found it though.
Yeah, and I didn't want to I was going to work on that in 2020, but I thought it was kind of weird because the video has, nobody's walking around with masks. There's tons of people here. So I was like, I can't put this out now because everybody's going to be like, where the heck were you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think now that everything's kind of going back to normal, I can put that video together and put it out again, and I'm not going to have people wondering where the heck were you at? And how come nobody's wearing a mask?
Right.
Well, there's times where, anyway. I just want to shout out to Paul Noel. It looks like he made it in. So
Hey, Paul.
He said he missed a few things. So I want to give another quick update. So Paul has it as well. We are having to push back our premieres on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'll post the times when we're going to be releasing the premieres on those dates in the community tab after the show is over. Just be aware we are pushing back the time. So it'll be the same day. It'll just be a little bit earlier in the day. We're kind of working on some things with that. So
some fine tuning.
And we are still planning on revamping our trip and getting back out there and finishing the hook. But we're closer to having a time set. We just we don't have anything to announce quite yet. So so everybody's updated on that. Anybody else? Wow.
Someone's at the door.
I think the dog is protesting. Do you need to go check that?
Yeah, I'll be right back. Let me go take care of it.
All right. I'll go ahead and...
Hey, that's a cool case behind him, all those trains and stuff. That's neat.
Went ahead and muted his mic, so in case he had a conversation we don't need to hear, we won't hear it. So.
Well, I just was admiring the background. That's a pretty cool case.
Mm-hmm. So while we're waiting for him to get back, what I was saying about sharing his channel, I really do mean it. That really does help a lot of people out there. So the more you share, the more it helps a lot of content creators. And I know some people want to support your channel just by turning on your playlist and let the videos play through. But honestly, I think most of us content creators could all agree on we want you to watch our videos because you enjoy our videos. We don't want you just to watch it or have it playing in the background. Um, if you don't like the type of content we do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We like to know that our fam enjoys what we're creating. If they don't enjoy it, we'd like to know what they don't enjoy about it, so we know what we need to take out, so we know what we need to modify.
How can we improve?
How we can improve.
Yeah.
One of the things I mentioned earlier was I read somewhere that YouTube was thinking about taking the dislike button out, and I have mixed feelings on that because on one side, it's nice to know that not that some people didn't like your video, but for me, I like constructive criticism. Hey, your intro is too long. Hey, I didn't really care for that music being so loud. Hey, I didn't like the shaky camera, or getting feedback on our videos of things you do and the things you do not like, so we know how to tweak our videos in the future, so it's just that much more entertaining for people. So I ask anybody out there that does ever do a thumbs down for any reason on anybody's channel, give them a reason why. Even if it's just I didn't like the color of the building you were at. Give them a reason why you don't like their video so they can improve, because otherwise just giving them a thumbs down doesn't tell them anything.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And so if you truly care about us, if you truly want us to grow and improve, give us constructive feedback. Don't be rude. Be nice. Just give us some constructive feedback. We may or may not take it. There may be a reason why we continue to choose to go in the direction we have. Have you had to do modifications on your edits, Sean, that from when you first started to the way you're doing videos now? Have you had to tweak some things because you learned it wasn't working for you?
Yeah, I tweaked my opening once. I did an opening and I thought it was a little. Later on, I thought it was just a little too long, and I liked it, but that's when I switched to the opening I have now. It's just SHAWN KODI. It's like 10 seconds long at the most. I don't even know if it's even that long. It's just short, right to the point. And maybe
it looks very professional. I like it.
Yeah, maybe if I get bigger one day, then I can have a longer opening. But yeah, I don't need anything too long. Just name up there, and that's it.
Yeah, we started ourselves with a pretty long intro, but the funny thing is everybody loved the song we were using.
Yeah.
But
we also came from a media production background where most people were wanting like TV spots, and those are different. There's a different attention span for people who are watching TV and commercials and that kind of thing. So we had to learn the YouTube way is shorten it down. Here you go. So
3-second pop.
Yep. I was like, oh, okay.
So yeah, we had to chop ours down. I think it was like 15 seconds. I think we cut it down to 6 seconds or something like that. Somewhere around there. So very, very, very short intro. I saw a comment from Paul. Let's see. I agree, but a lot of creators complaining because there is a dislike even before videos play. I think that is what is happening.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, we've experienced that ourselves. We'd see a dislike before we even released the video. It's like they didn't like we were releasing the video, or they didn't like that they had to wait for when the video released, or they just didn't like the timing of when they got the notification because they were making a sandwich.
Right.
That's where it goes back into constructive criticism. If you don't like something, let the creators know. The intro thing we had to learn outside of feedback from the people watching it. And as you know about this, Sean, and a lot of other creators do too, there's analytics that run behind YouTube that gives you a ton of information of what's happening on your channel. Gender, age, demographics, what kind of devices your videos are being watched on, so on, so forth.
Tons and tons.
And we'd see this little chart of when our video comes out, and it calls it the average view duration, and you'll see that where your intro starts to where your intro ends, it's just like a straight drop. So a lot of people click out even before the intro is finished because the intro is just too long. So shorting down the intro prevented as dramatic of a drop. It's things like that. But honestly, if somebody would have said, "Hey, your intro's a little bit long," we do a poll. How many people think our intro is too long? We will take that information. It doesn't mean we're going to act on that information because there may be things that they don't realize that are happening. But so don't get upset if we don't change everything that you say needs to be changed, because there's reasons for other parts of it. But yeah, feedback. Giving feedback is valuable, even if you don't get a response. Doesn't mean that we don't care about you guys. We don't care about what's going on. I think Sean will agree that we're all here not only to have fun, but to share with other people, to let other people experience what we're experiencing, and possibly help people out, I guess is the best way to put it. Get them out of a funk, get their mind out of whatever pressure that they're dealing with in the day.
Because we all have it.
Enjoy the journey.
Yep, there you go.
See what you did there. That is why intros need to be very short. Yeah. It's just people don't.
Attention spans are shorter now, Everything has you got stuff on demand all the time, and our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
Yes, Paul, I use YouTube Studio all the time.
Every day.
That's where we get a lot of our analytics from, is YouTube Studio. They had an old version a while ago, but they moved all the stuff over to YouTube Studio, so you got access to everything there. It was a bit of a nightmare, but I got it figured out. But yeah, I mean, we're coming up on the last few minutes of the show. If anybody else has any additional questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Throw them in all caps.
And Sean, if you have any other things that you would like to say, or if you have any other words of wisdom for us, floor is yours, my friend.
I said just have fun, enjoy the people that you meet, and it's been a great journey for me. I met so many great YouTubers so far, and hope to meet a lot more. The people that I do, like the family reunion, all the people that I've met in the last couple of years, have just become family, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, that was cool. And I know you've been to the reunion before. I know that you've been to the reunion before, but it was pretty neat to go and see everybody in person, and just meet up. And I totally lost my train of thought. So I was going somewhere cool with that, but now it's gone. So
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I didn't mean to do that. I saw that, and she even took a screenshot.
All right. We got proof.
Well, Sean, I really do appreciate you taking the time. I really do appreciate you coming on the show, hanging out with us. I know I squirrel a lot, and I'm sorry if I'm squirreling all over the place with a lot of these questions, but
No problem.
I really do respect what you're doing. I really do appreciate your content, and I really do want to extend anything I can do to help you out. If you have questions with editing, or if you have questions with whatever, please.
He has questions about IT.
Please, I mean, I say this to a lot of creators, just reach out if you're stuck, if you're having a hard time, if you're questioning what you're doing. We have a whole family of people that are there to say, you know what, suck it up, keep moving forward, it's going to be okay.
Yeah,
it's just a slump. I mean, there are a lot of creators, we all hit the slump at the same time, and all our views dip down at the same time, and individually everybody's looking at like, what am I doing wrong, but when you see that it's happening across the board, it's not anything you're doing wrong. It's just a slump for that genre of what people are watching, we'd love to have you back on the show sometime if you're not too afraid of the squirrels.
No, definitely. I'd love to come back anytime.
And we can't wait to do our part 2 cross-country trip so we can collab together.
Yeah, I can't wait to guys come up this way and we get out and
Yeah.
do some explorers.
Heck
Nice.
yeah.
We'll even go on that 3-mile trek hauling your equipment for you.
Heck yeah.
Maybe I'll bring the Jeep.
I was thinking about because you can take bicycles out there. I just like I need an electric bike,
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
or just even a regular pedal bike would probably be better than walking and carrying equipment. But I think the
That's
electric bike would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Take one
He's
of
got
those.
a point.
What are they called? The Zamboni or not the Zamboni? That's for
I don't know if they accept
those-
those up there.
those bikes where they have little seats in the back where people pay and you sit in the little seats.
Oh,
and
yeah.
pedal you.
Yeah. I don't know what they're called, but I know what you're talking
We'll
about.
hire a couple of people to pedal those. And we'll just sit right
There.
there, you know.
There you go.
So that way we don't have to be winded by the time we get there. Make things work.
I bet
out
we
what
could
made it
rent
work
those
together.
though. We probably could rent those.
Yeah, right. I think probably you can. I'm sure somebody's doing that.
That's not a bad
I
idea.
think they deliver.
Nice.
All right. Well, we
Shawn
are.
Cody, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, we are at the end
Your
of
pleasure,
the,
myself as well.
the hour. So I wanted to thank Shawn Cody directly, man. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for sharing yourself and everything you're all about to us and to the viewers. I want to thank everybody in the chat for watching this and hanging out and asking questions and interacting. I want to thank What the Paranormal for proving that she saw to our channel again, because we saw it disappear. It's like, what the heck?
Where'd she go?
But we do love you guys. We do have a lot of things in store. We are planning on doing a lot of things in the future.
Mhm.
So don't forget to stay tuned. We are releasing the Secret Door House on Tuesday.
Cool.
And if you don't know what that's about, we did a live stream there. Yeah, you're gonna want to check that out because it was a very tense explore because
You'll have to see.
it was spooky.
It is, yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're going to be releasing a lot more here in the next few weeks. Plus, don't forget on Wednesday to tune in and join us on Learning Bigfoot, where we talk more about Bigfoot.
Yes. I don't know who it is off the top of my head, but I have it.
We do have a special guest coming on.
If I could open my phone, I'll tell you who it is.
But,
I've been lining up you. And if you want to be on that show, if there's any Bigfoot people in here, we would love to have you on. Email me at tipatvofficial@gmail.com.
at Gmail.
Jay Birch. Jay Birch will be on with us
No, that's Wednesday.
on Wednesday. Learning Bigfoot.
Well, on top
Be
of
there.
on top of that, if any of you want to hang out on the fam chat with us, and I haven't scared you away, shoot us a message to that
Yes.
email down there. Now, if you want to be on Learning Bigfoot, put on the subject line Learning Bigfoot. If
Yep.
you want to be on Fam Chat, put on the subject line Fam Chat.
That'd help me. Absolutely.
And we'll get you booked and we'll get you scheduled on the show, and then we will hang out, talk with you, and learn more about who you guys are. So
Very
that
cool.
would be fun. And I'll bring toilet paper next time. because
Yes.
I noticed since I haven't had toilet paper, I haven't been showering you.
I know. We'll fix that. We'll fix that.
I'll have toilet paper for next time because I've been a bad boy. Anyway, love you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Love you guys.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.